Triz app.
Yo, slide, stay over here, man. Take my hand. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh man, I get a new favorite one every time I run through it, man.
I can't believe y'all trying to hate on that record.
I
That's
wasn't
crazy.
trying to hate on nothing. Don't say that, B. Don't put that on my jacket, B.
Cool, that's all y'all.
Don't put that on
That's a
my
good
jacket.
record too. That's a
Don't put that on my jacket.
that actually kind of. I got some shit outside of GNX that I want to play a lot of. Oh, this is all right.
Next coming around. He coming around.
As an artist, homie, as an artist, it's really tough. As an artist, it's really tough. You know what I'm saying? To Nas and Premier for 31 years have been making songs that people enjoy, even if it's a small sample size. What are we talking about? 5 to 6 records?
6.
So it's like it's a small sample size, and people have really been enjoying these records for 31 years. So I'd imagine kind of what your expectations have to look like for it off what you heard. And I would imagine it's really hard to grow. Like, how do you please people? Like, because listening to the record to me, listening to the album to me, it was good. I really enjoyed it. I could see where I can hear the last record was probably supposed to be I'm gonna tell you.
Third Childhood.
Let me see. We'll talk about it later. But
Yeah.
I wouldn't even really try to argue with people on that. Like sometimes I actually really enjoyed it. Like it's an album I'm gonna play substantially a lot, you know, for sure. It's my third favorite Nas album already. But I'm also not the biggest Nas fan. You know what I mean? It's not to say I don't respect his craft or heard his music, but like I'm not a fanatic. I'm not necessarily, you know, into it. But for me, it's like I think I told you, it's Life is Good, Stillmatic in this one, and this is some shit. I really enjoy it. So
It's crazy
I'm
how it's crazy how your counts on every time you bring an artist up, you always like the other albums, be like the other albums that like. But I can't really say that though, because Life is Good is I feel like that should have been his first Grammy he should have got right there as far as being nominated, and then Stillmatic did what it did. But you don't mention like Illmatic or It Was Written or nothing like that. Like you go to the Ye album.
well, it's different for me, right? Like I wouldn't argue the Ye album is the best album. Okay,
Say
so
your favorite.
when I listen to the authenticity of artists, I'm listening for something that's going to pierce through, something that's going to cut through. So it's like when I'm listening to you deliver the records, I have to believe in what you're doing. Like you have to convince me, right? And you don't, that's not your job, but I have to convince, like you have to convince me of what you're doing, right? Are you convincing me of what you're doing? And I think that's where, you know, I think that's where I'm different than the average person. I don't buy Glasses loves Dogfather for Snoop. No, I don't love Dogfather. That's not true.
No, he loved Last Meal.
Yeah, really my favorite Dog album outside of the East Siders album is probably either gonna be R&G or Blue Carpet. That's probably gonna be my favorite Dog records.
I like those albums. I like those albums.
But I get Doggy Style. Obviously, culturally, it translates to me. I get exactly what's happening. I get it, but I also was kind of too young to kind of. Doggy Style came out when I was like 13.
We wasn't too young. That shit, we was heavily influenced off of that album like that, though. But I think that at that point in your life, that's when you start getting into like your favorite albums, though. They say like between like the age of like 14 to like, then they said, what they said, like 14 to 17 is like most people get introduced to their favorite music during that time right there.
But I don't know if a 13-year-old can really understand what's happening with a 22-year-old man is talking about, even though they're from the same area at that time. Not in, and I think that's confusion. Influence versus actually understanding.
Understanding. Influence
Like,
versus
don't get me
understanding.
wrong. I feel like that's how it is to me for a lot of artists with good kid. Like, where it's like, this is the album to them that raised them.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And it's like, yes, Doggy Style is the album that was at the pinnacle beginning of my high school years. You know what I mean? Excuse me, Doggy Style. Yeah, I get it. You know, The Chronic, I was 12, about to be 13, you know, different things. And then Doggy Style. The first West Coast album I really understood was probably
What?
Dog Food.
Dog Food?
95, yeah.
That was 95 though. Yeah, that was 95.
And you know, now I'm starting to deal with girls. I'm already starting to sell. I'm selling rocks a little bit. You know what I mean? I'm starting to kind of, the music is not just anymore art, and it's like a representation of how I'm living. I'm driving cars. You know what I mean? I'm starting to do the thing. And it's like, oh, this makes sense to me. Like, I get it. And then going back to listen to Doggy Style, I'm able to appreciate it and enjoy it. So when I watch people talk about music, I'm very cognitive of where I'm at. Like, I'm like, oh, where am I at? Do I get what's going on? So probably 95 is when music started making, like, what hip hop was talking about. Like, I could see it a lot different. Like, I was a part of what was going on. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. I think mine might start a little bit earlier than that.
Before that, my favorite rap song was I Get Around.
Yeah, it's fun.
You know what I mean? Like, a house party.
Yeah.
You know, I heard NWA. I thought all that shit was jamming. I thought the Chronic was jamming, but I remember looting in the riots. I remember going in multiple stores, getting drinks and shit and chips. And, you know, you're a kid. So it's like, you getting drinks and chips and all of this shit. It's like, you know, you don't quite get what's going on. I remember seeing, you know, homie get his ass whooped. Both of them people. I remember seeing Rodney King get beat up on the news by the police.
Oh, on the news. Okay, on the news. Yeah.
And then I remember seeing
the white boy
Denny, get pummeled. Yeah. So, and then walking outside in this chaos and going to the store and going to the pawn shop and walking in and being able to get a free soda and chips and shit. You don't quite get what's happening.
Yeah.
So it's like, when I really understood it, now when I'm selling rocks, I'm hanging out with girls, I'm driving cars, like, the life starts to make sense is 15 when Dog Food comes out. That's when I'm like,
that was a hell of an album. That was a hell of an album.
It was like, oh yeah, you know what I mean? So my reverence for Daz and Corrupt is different. You know what I mean? It's like, wow, like, we doing the same thing. So to watch people now be confused is very crazy.
Of what?
Well, first off, this is No Ceilings Live, the lunch hour, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, right here, noon Pacific Standard Time. Pacific Standard Time, if I pronounce that right. I hope you're enjoying your lunch on your lunch break. Apologize for the delay. I got a late start. 3 p.m. on the Eastern Standard Time. If you're on the East Coast, I hope you still get to eat your lunch. I know you might be getting it. And to everybody else who just popping in general, much love. Thank y'all for being here. This is a real serious conversation, a little bit more serious. It'll be fun, but it's one of the conversations we have on the podcast and not the stream. We do this stream to support that podcast. Dropping a fresh episode. I think I'm gonna do a crossover episode with my brothers from the Gatekeepers, which is a really great pod. Like, we've did 2 episodes and they're already outstanding. But we're gonna drop a new pod in there for tomorrow. Conversations on knowing when to shut up. You know what I'm saying? I think that's kind of my problem sometimes. But it's gonna be really interesting. It's very hip hop influenced, so that's why I want to have my brothers from the Gatekeepers podcast. But you can listen to the No Ceilings podcast on Apple Podcasts, iHeart Podcasts, or anywhere you get your podcast from. No Ceilings podcast, executive produced by Charlemagne the God, the Black Effect Podcast Network, and iHeart. We'll get this thing cracking. Like when I'm looking at the conversation on hip hop on Twitter, like I was having a conversation with Jadakiss' son.
Mm-hmm.
And on Twitter, where we were tweeting back and forth, he tweeted some stuff and he said, I said, hip hop is the streets. And he kept saying nothing in the industry. And I see he kept conflating hip hop with the industry. And then this sent a spiral of conversation happening. You know what I mean? And I realized how entitled people are to hip hop, to this one specific type of culture. It's funny because there's nothing else. Like somebody was saying to me, this person listened to hip hop growing up their whole lives. And I'm like, so because you listen to art your whole life, that makes you the culture itself. Right?
That's crazy, yeah.
And in traditional fashion, you know what I mean? What's
you
up,
feed
baby?
into it. You feed
What's
into
up?
it.
Well, I am on social media to socialize.
Not to teach, though. You up on there trying to teach people the damn culture, B. And then once they sit down with you, and they find they had enough hours in with you, now they're hip hop now.
But that don't
because Glasses taught me. Because Glasses taught me.
But that don't make you hip hop. Tops OG. Hey, we finna get you on that camera, man. We really want to work on that documentary. Somebody made a good point, and Kiki, I'm finna get you in front of that camera. Yeah,
Kiki, stop playing, man. I get you in front of that camera, yeah, Kiki, man.
We're gonna do this documentary, bro, on your life.
You need your story to be heard.
We need to really tell your story, bro. People need to know what you've been through, Key. So I know Sega told you, but we're gonna sit your ass down in front of Ari Mini and really drive your story home, homie. Like people need to know your contributions and your understanding of all of these things happening in Los Angeles. So to rewind it back, right? So I'm engaging in the conversation. And of course, because there is like somebody called him this morning, Al-Qaeda. Al-Qaeda. That's what they call in the terroristic fan base of Aubrey.
Oh shit.
Al-Qaeda, right? I thought that was fucking funny.
Al-Qaeda.
So they turn it into a Kendrick conversation. And that's their favorite thing to do, to turn it into a Kendrick conversation. And I don't mind because that's my man, 100 grand. Like, feel me? I don't mind talking about that. I'm so happy and satisfied for the things he is doing that I want to celebrate him as often as I can. You know what I mean? In his moment. Like, that's dope to me to be able to really prop up your homeboy, and he actually earned it on his own as well. Like, that shit is fire. I don't know, maybe to y'all it ain't, but
fire.
To me it's dope that my partner is having so much success. Like it don't have to benefit anybody else but him.
You're supposed to be your homie's number one cheerleader. I don't give a fuck what nobody says.
On God, yeah. You're supposed to be your partner. Like, if people want me to feel bad because like I am cheering for a friend, and I'm like, bro, I've been cheering for Scarface my whole life and I don't know him. I've been cheering for Jay-Z my whole life and I don't know him. I mean, well, I do know Jay-Z. That's not true.
You know Face too.
I would say, yeah, but I mean, I didn't grow up with them, or I didn't come into the business with them, or I didn't see their rise to the top.
Yeah.
I mean, like I saw it from the outside. I saw Jay-Z. I mean, I bought Reasonable Doubt, and I remember he wasn't the biggest artist in the world. Sure, but it's not the same as seeing, Kendrick Lamar. This when I was an adult, it's this kid. It's this nigga that's just in high school and getting out of high school, rapping and practicing and shit. And it's like now it's like he's doing some arena in some stadium in Australia. Like, it's different. This is a kid I'm on a tour bus with every day, waking up, feeding him sometimes, buying him food, and we laughing and joking, talking about dreams and different things we see. And now he's in a stadium. Yes, there is a connection of like joy that comes over me for it. And I'm sorry that I celebrate him with this stream
Don't be sorry.
You know
Don't
what I
say
mean?
sorry,
I
bro.
get
What's up,
how it sounds. But imagine somebody you genuinely got love for and you think is a great person. He's a good dude. He's a deserving person, and it happened for him. Like, you wouldn't be this propped up over your homeboy, like somebody you saw, and they you wouldn't be like shouting their praises from the mountaintop.
I would.
Would you
I would.
not?
I definitely would. That's a fact.
Like, this is a kid I used to see rapping in the back studio, and he was dope, and he just did a stadium in Australia to wrap up his tour. I'm fucking bugged out. I'm like, wow. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, and don't get me wrong. I saw the journey. Yes, I saw him put out Good Kid, Mad City. Yes, I bought CD, vinyl. Yes, I bought CD and the vinyl. Yeah, I bought the Bimba Butterfly. Yeah, I bought Damn. Yeah, I bought all this stuff. I bought the Black Panther soundtrack. Yeah, I always supported him. I went to some of his shows. Sure, yeah, it's my man. But to watch him rise to the greatest position hip hop has ever seen. Like, it's only a handful of people that have been in that position. It's only a handful of people that's like if Coach, right? I met Coach about 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. And now he be coaching the Lakers in 2030. I'm going to lose my shit.
That's a fact.
We going to be coaching the Lakers. If I start coaching Lakers,
I would lose my shit. I'd be like, if Sega scores a film that does 300 million, I'd be like, oh my God. I don't get why people, they're upset. But again, back to the point. So we get to this conversation, and the Al fans, the Al Qaeda, that's what they call Drake Stan fan base, Al Qaeda. Right? So I thought that was funny. So shout out to the homie that came up with that. I got to look at his name. He's on Twitter. We follow each other. He's funny. But he's like, well, Kendrick, the first thing they talked about was Jadakiss, right? And they was talking about J1. And somebody said to me, because J1, so again, here we are back to teaching. I'm explaining hip hop is only street. It's only street. The culture of it is only street. There is no other culture except street. And it may not be, I get it. Shout out to every one of y'all ignorant, racist minds. You're a damn bigot. If you think the only thing that street is gangsters and D-boys, you are confused.
Okay. I was just about to ask you, dude.
See, I grew up at a time when the streets was something grand.
Mm-hmm.
Or street.
Facts.
Skaters, a real skater, not y'all version of skaters. A real skater is street. A real skater skates. Go watch the film Gleaming the Cube. Go watch any of the oldest skateboard movies from the late 80s to the early 90s. They used to skate in places that was illegal. Go watch Police Academy 3 or 4, where the skaters are being pursued by the police the whole film because they breaking the rules. See, the thing about the streets is this. The streets is not, yes, from a very American mainstream standard, the streets are about crime. Yes. From a very American standard, the streets are about crime. If you grew up in a suburb your whole life and that's all you know, and then you see this life, it's going to look like crime because they set your moral standard on what you think crime is. But where we from, Trap, Coach, me, people that grew up in the culture that is hip hop, a lot of us, right? We understand crime is not crime. See, there's a different set of crimes where we grew up at. We don't look at selling dope like a crime. Because somebody's buying dope and somebody's selling dope. That's their business. Mind your business. Somebody selling dope, that's not a crime. Mind your business. See, there's a different set of crime here. We don't look at some kids skating at the park as a crime. We don't care what the damn signs say. He's just fucking skateboarding. We don't look at him skating in somebody else's pool as a crime if the pool is empty. We don't see it that way.
Very bad.
We don't see it that way. We don't see crime that way. We don't. That's not wrong. See, a wrong is a crime in mainstream America, right? We can go into is rooted around judgment. So again, it's like, what do we see somebody's doing something wrong? I get it. If you own a liquor store and then somebody comes and puts a plaque up on the side of your building, to mainstream America, that's a crime. To certain store owners, that may be consistent of a crime. To us, that's art. I'm just telling you the truth. Now, if somebody is hitting up some gang stuff and all of that, totally get it. But if you see a real graffiti, a burner, like a real joint.
Why wouldn't you love a piece being put on the outside? People pay for that shit nowadays.
Now they paying.
Ain't that crazy?
Remember that much shit they used to talk? Remember taggers? Taggers was a real, like, taggers are street.
Yeah. Yep.
Taggers are street.
Now people getting they businesses hit up.
Yeah.
To make
the inside of. Yo, I went up in Dave's Hot Chicken. They put one over here. My mom.
I was just about to bring that up, Trap. Yep. You see the new Dave's
They
Hot
got
Chicken?
the whole thing. They got the whole piece on the inside of the shit, like a graffiti
when you walk
piece.
In, did you feel kind of like home? Like, oh man, it's dope.
But word, they got a whole graffiti piece on the inside. So they doing all of them there, huh? I thought he just did it in that one right there.
When I was in DC, the one in DC was just like it.
Shout out to TJ. Skate culture is street culture, and that's not criminality. But that's not true. It is criminality in mainstream world. Skaters were treated like criminals when me, Trap, and Coach grew up. Real skaters, not somebody that had a skateboard, a real skater. You ever notice that real skaters and gangbangers kind of dress alike? You ever notice it's Dickies? You ever notice it's like a canvas type of Chuck or Van t-shirts? You ever notice it's not that far apart? You ever notice streetwear? Right? That's just a knockoff of skaters. You ain't never noticed that streetwear is they're knocking off skaters?
It was.
But shit, we grew up with skaters. Like skaters.
Yeah. You did.
They was your neighbors. They was your homeboys with skaters. Like,
I think it went away for a little while though. It went away for a little while. Well, at least over here in New York. At least
right now, these people is posers. A lot of these people ain't real skaters. They posers.
Yeah. But
that's what they used to call them, posers.
I think we all hopped on the skateboard once or twice.
Yeah,
when we was growing up. I thought
I
was
just couldn't do
it. At one point,
man, I had a Santa Cruz. I had a Santa Cruz, right? A Santa Cruz board with Tonka trucks. You know the trucks that you put and slime ball wheels. I had a kit.
I was a biker. I wasn't no skater. I was a nigga on a bike.
I had a GT, a dyno, and a mongoose.
I had shit like that. Bicycle
riders were street.
They street, same shit.
And to be honest, when we was growing up, we had to have one or the other to get around. Like,
shout out to my man Nigel Sylvester. You know what I'm saying? He took that street biking all the way to corporate, B. He was a street biker, B. Word. My brother work with him right now. He's straight street biker. That's it. That's what he do. Word, that shit was real. He like the Tony Hawk of street biker. Word, dope.
I think that's the confusion of what's happening. See, y'all keep reducing it down into how people earn or how people settle disputes, right? And that's gangbanging and D-boying. What do you think gangsters is doing most of the day? What does it look like? They just sitting around hassling old ladies for purses? Again, hip-hop is very much street. I get it. Everybody want access to cool. Shout out to all them people that wasn't cool, that never fought the battle they should have fought in real time. And then they became an adult, and now they would like to rewrite history because somebody told you was cool. You know, we was the kids that didn't get in trouble. Now we cool. No, you were smart. You're not fucking cool. And it's cool that you're not. You don't have to try to be with everybody else. You didn't get the chance to sit at the cool table, nor did you make a cool table.
I think they just so mad because I was happy to see that person, you know what I'm saying, it became cool to be the smart person in class and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I know when I was coming up, like these kids nowadays, that's the cool kid right there now. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the cool kid. Not to say it wasn't cool with them being smart, but it was just like, it just shifted over like that, though. You know what I'm saying? I was happy to see that right there. But most of the people who was like that when we was growing up, though,
I don't still think the nerd is the kid cool in school, but who the fuck
no.
cares?
Nowadays it is.
Here's the thing. Stop doing that.
What? Doing what?
Not you.
Okay, my bad. My bad.
Everything that you're into, you don't have to be cool.
Yeah.
Like, I never started being stupid because people didn't think me being smart was cool.
Yeah.
Like, one of the coolest things you could do is be yourself unapologetically. That's what worked for me.
That is the coolest thing you could do.
That's the thing. Like, people want to make being a nerd cool. That ain't something easy access to. See, all that other shit easy. Being a nerd is a different devotion. It's a different commitment. Like, I heard him call Kendrick. I'm like, no, Dot's not a nerd. Head's not a nerd.
What's a nerd?
I don't think nerd even gotta be that you smart. I think nerd is just like a dork. Like, he's just a dork. He's just, you know what I'm saying? Like Steve he's a dork.
Yes.
No, I don't think it goes into being smart though, bro. No more though, like that. I don't think it should ever went into being smart.
But it was to be smart at first.
Yeah, it was.
You did. People talk shit if you got good grades. There's nothing. I got great grades.
Yeah.
I didn't never feel like I don't give a fuck who else thought it was fucking cool. Who the fuck care what y'all thought was fucking cool? I got good grades. Fuck y'all. I had AP classes. The hell is wrong with that?
Is that the only thing you come with? I would like to be a nerd. You got to the nerd kit though.
That's what I'm saying. You got to dress. You got
to Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah, like I had the kit when I was.
No, I didn't get a chance.
Yeah, the pocket. Yeah, the pocket shit. Yeah, the pocket thing and all that. Like
pocket protector. Hey, Revenge of the Nerds really shaped our thoughts of nerds.
That's what it was. That's what it was, though.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, now we don't know Revenge of the Nerds. That wasn't in our time. We didn't know people with pocket protectors and suspenders and.
That was 80 teenagers right there.
That's like some whole 80s shit. If 80s. I don't even know if it was 80. I ain't gonna even put that off on them. I thought that was a movie where they exaggerated what was happening.
Definitely exaggerated, but it was some nerds out there though.
But I got great grades my whole life. I got a 32 on my SAT. I don't know.
Dress, though?
I mean, whatever my mom bought me.
Was it like?
I wore cross colors.
Okay.
Well, regular, just regular.
Yeah. Damaged, used, whatever my mom bought me.
You wearing that type of shit. You wear them tight ass pants.
Olivia was way too hip for that.
Yes.
Then with
I remember the first time I told my mom to buy me some Dickies and some 501. She was like, "Nigga, I'm not buying you none of that shit. What the hell is wrong with you?"
She know what it resembled the sign? Is that what it was?
She was all into that too. But also, she like, "Nigga, these shoes, you got Jordans. Why the fuck you want some Chucks? Fucking shoes cost $100. That my mom was like that. My mom and my little brother are just like that. My mom and my little brother are all the show. They are the fucking show. They gonna put on a fucking show. And I was kind of more like modest. Like I wasn't trying to necessarily. Like I already stuck out because I could read really well. I could think really well. I got A's on tests.
I could read really well.
Man, because it wasn't the thing that everybody was proud of. I was reading all the Bernstein Bears books when I was like certain shit that made me stick out. So when I talk, I naturally stuck out. You know what I mean? So like I wasn't always trying to make waves, but I wasn't actually finna be slow to hang out with nobody. So even becoming a gangbanger, like that's what got me in most fights.
Because you could read?
No, because like I would have a smart opinion. And then a smart opinion at times is considered a coward's opinion.
Hey, you know what the crazy thing is? That's facts, Trap. You know what I mean? Man, that's facts. That's facts. Smart opinion was considered a coward's opinion back in the day for some strange reason. Weird.
Because things in the streets are handled primitively.
That's true.
And primitively doesn't mean stupid or dumb. It means fundamentally. And I'm like, well, we're a little bit more sophisticated and we could articulate ourselves and come to solutions. Right? We could push that over there, coach, if that's in the way. Just throw that, yeah. We could articulate ourselves, right, and come to amicable solutions. And my older homie said, yeah, that's cute, G, but they not finna do that. Plug said they not finna do that. I listen to you, but they not gonna listen.
Could you imagine, Trap, back in the day, you 13, 14, and when your homeboy said amicable.
Amicable. And I was using words like amicable the whole time. It was like, and don't get me wrong, my homies are not dumb. Like, and I don't think even the people that we had issues with were dumb, but nobody wants to look like they can have a sophisticated concept of resolution, right? Or sophisticated revolutions, because you get applauded by you get applauded by primitive solutions. Like nothing gets you more respect than just fighting somebody and beating them up over a dispute. If you two people can sit down and talk and discuss something that works for everybody, nobody talks about that. Think about gangbanging. Gangbanging is solved most of the time very, very diplomatically. You would never know that because the only thing they talk about is the fact that the 60s and 80s beef. You know how many times people have amicable solutions and decide that they're going to just get past and they resolve their issues civilly? Nobody talks about that. That's happening. If it's problems 300 days a year, that's happening 250 times. But you know why nobody talk about that? Because that shit ain't the shit. That ain't the shit. Nah, we don't celebrate the wars. America as a country does not celebrate the wars we didn't have.
Celebrate the wars we won.
We celebrate the wars that we had. We don't celebrate resolving something civilly. Every year. Imagine that holiday, coach. We avoided war because we came to a conversation, and here's the celebration of it. This is May the 9th, the day we civilly worked out an issue, and we celebrate it every year. No, we celebrate fucking over England. Here it is, the country. And we're going to do fireworks, and we're going to wear the American flag. We're going to be bravado and brash. We don't celebrate. We don't have an education day, a nerd day. No, we have Veterans Day. Who was over there getting cracking, putting in the work to make sure we can do our thing? Why don't we have a regular day?
Shit, we even talk about Vietnam. We didn't even win that shit.
No. The people that lost their lives in a fight.
Yeah, it's over Vietnam and that shit.
These are human problems that we seem to make like this is a hip-hop problem. So back to the point. So a guy said to me, he was talking about J1, which is Jadakiss's son. J1's is always on Twitter, very polarizing account. And he was saying, somebody said that the only reason J1 wants to deny that hip-hop is street is because he wasn't raised in the streets, so he wouldn't have access. And I'm like, that's not how street culture works. His father is Jadakiss, right? So he was raised like your kids. Your kids are raised innately in street urban culture because their dad's street urban culture. That's how it works. So you still get it. If your son, when Dada was in school 3 years ago in high school, if somebody was finna kick that ass and they punched him in his face and he came and told you that you're not finna go tell him, you need to go tell the principal, report it to the proper authorities. Nah. You're not gonna tell him that. You better whoop his ass. And if he tell you, Daddy, I'm scared, I'm gonna tell the principal, you know who you're gonna be mad at? Him.
I would have been disappointed if somebody socked him in his face and then he came back and talked to me about it.
Yes.
I'd be like, why are we talking about this? After you should be in trouble already.
Because you're street. Because you're street. See, street is not just crime. I get how mainstream America sees street. I get how mainstream America sees street, but it's actually another way for them to be racist and act like only black people is street. Like Al Capone's not street. Like white people didn't invent street in this country. You ever notice in hip hop, we also always compare ourselves to other street people? You know, you have a whole mafioso rap because you know why? Because the mafia is street. Rappers name themselves after mafia people and other outlaws. You ever notice that?
Got it.
You ever notice that?
Yeah.
Scarface.
Why you think nobody never named themselves like Martin Luther King?
You want to hear it? You want to hear?
I don't want to hear King rap.
You want to hear that, Trap?
I'm just saying. I mean, like nobody never named themselves like.
I just told Trap. I told
like
Trap.
Marcus Garvey or something like that.
But don't nobody want to hear that shit. That's not this.
You'd have to mix it up, Trap. You'd have to be like Gotti Garvey or some shit. Like you can't just go straight Marcus.
Magnum
Imagine
Garvey,
a rapper came out and his name was MLK.
MLK.
And he was just rapping about the black plot. We would be so happy for it to happen, but it is not going to be the thing.
Not gonna sell. Not gonna get.
We'll follow him on Instagram. We'll be liking all his comments and shit. He be getting 3,000 comments and selling 200 records.
That's a fact.
And it's not
nobody would show up to a show. You don't think they'll show up to a show?
Yeah, with picket signs. See, to me, if you made a MLK rapper, he needs to go do rap and protest at Target. Like that should be his concert. You got to go all the way there. My concert is a protest at Target. That's my concert. Sure. MLK in the house, and he just kicking hard ass flows, and he like, we boycotting y'all, and people holding signs.
Non-violent, non-violent. Non-violent, non-violent.
Non-violent, non-violent.
Non-violent, non-violent.
The first year he
non-violent,
changes.
Non-violent.
It'd be like the MLK didn't stand for more than it's the Magnum
long
kill.
Exactly.
Like
that's Tupac. Yeah. Tupac was like, man, I'm finna come in and just really. He saw that shit. He was like, oh fuck that, fuck your bitch.
Yeah, Pac thought he was really.
West Side.
Pac thought he was about to really come through his MLK.
You claim to be a player, but I fucked your wife. He was mad. Hey, Pac was so fucking. My mom bought me Pac's first album. She's like, you should listen to this. And I'm like, it's cool, Mom. She's like, no, this is really good. She thought like that meant something, like that was gonna mean because it kind of it had this like positive vibe. I'm like, I mean, it's cool.
She turned him off from it because she said it was cool.
No, because when she put me on E40, I was locked in. See, Mom's is good work. Mom's usually on somebody. Mom's usually good work. When she put me on Pac, she was trying to oversell it because he had such a positive kind of, like it was so grounded. You know what I mean? He was such a dope brother. And I remember my mom, she was pushing it so hard, and I see why, because she was like, see, his stance is, I'm 11. 10, 11. She like, this is kind of how you need to see the world. Mom, it's cool. Put back on that NWA.
What it was
NWA just came out. Play that Digital Underground. We'll get back to this.
That Brenda's Got a Baby, man. That shit caught everybody.
Yeah, them ladies up. Them ladies was like, man, this dude right here care about us.
Yeah, man.
And I thought he was dope, you know what I mean? But it was like, Death Certificate that just came out. Why are you playing this right now when Death Certificate is right there, Mom?
You know the crazy thing is, I liked Pac growing up for sure. He was fire, but I had a different appreciation for him when I got a little older. Like when I got
now,
Pac, I was like, oh, this shit is dope. It's great. But as I got older, I was like, this man is special. The best shit I heard ever.
Yeah. Well, you know what Pac said though, man. Pac said that after he came out with the first Apocalypse and the second album, he realized that he was coming at people from a higher level than what they were. So he felt like he had to come down and meet them down
where they was at.
Yeah. Where they was at, and then bring them up to his level like that. That was his plan.
A chance to bring them up.
Yeah. See, Trap, I didn't like Apocalypse Now until I was in like a junior or something in high school, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, this is fire. But when I was younger, when I seen Brenda had a baby, when I seen that video for the first time, I was mortified. I was like, take that baby out the trash. Like I was like, this too deep for me.
You know what it is? Early hip hop had such an attitude, and it fit where we were at as Black youth.
Mm-hmm.
And if you didn't have that attitude, I kind of was like, yeah. I mean, you had to be really like festive at that point, like Tribe or Digital Underground. Because they're both represent a level of festum, but to kind of be even killed, angry wasn't gonna work out. You needed to be really angry. You know, hip hop had this angry thing. Like, I don't think people understand how angry hip hop was.
Yes.
Like LL Cool J was mad the first time I saw him.
I didn't like LL until I seen him mad.
Yeah.
Like that was
Now I remember LL, like y'all niggas don't, y'all talking about the session is over. Y'all don't want to hear me rap. Nigga, get your motherfucking hands off me. You finna box, nigga. Box.
Yeah. I'm not gonna
nigga attitude. And then the first album you heard, he was like, oh, this is hard. He yelling, cool. But when Bigger and Deffer came out, when Bad came out, and he was in Bad,
it was like this over there.
Like, oh, this nigga is like Superman or something.
He was shaking the nigga. He was mad as hell.
Yeah,
word.
I started liking LL. Shit, like when Onyx first hit, I was like, oh,
yeah,
I'm into this.
Onyx was crazy.
Yeah,
them niggas was mad.
I didn't even know why I liked it so
hurry up
much.
and give me the microphone before I bust in my pants. I'm on them niggas. The label, the view, still, I get the word right out.
Still on the spirit. On my shoes,
I feel used and abused.
So confused. Excuse me. For example,
I'm an inspiration to my
whole generation.
Like, oh my God.
Man, that shit was fire. And then when I seen Franco Star and Moesha, I was like, what the fuck you doing?
Yeah. You see that niggas was regular humans.
Yeah,
that's that. Public Enemy was like that. Public Enemy was Chuck D sound like the most angry motherfucker in the everything about hip hop to me at the highest level. Don't let me shout out to all the Smooth brothers. Ra, Kane, all the Smooth brothers that was hella smooth. Because they brought the player.
That's why I didn't like Rakim at first.
Yeah, it was too smooth.
It was too smooth, dude.
Like, you too cool, homie.
Rakim can really rap.
Yeah,
this nigga is
you start to he's smooth.
And that's why I didn't like Cool G Rap Trap. Like I always
G-Rap was another smooth one. He was smooth. He was like smooth.
I wasn't ready for it.
KRS-One was West Coast. That nigga was angry. KRS-One be cussing some shit out. So that was to me. So when people ask me if hip hop was street, you know what I'm saying? Like hip hop was street, right? It's different.
Yeah.
What happened?
I'm just saying, like, when people don't get how diverse street is, like you keep thinking, shout out to all you suburbanites who reduce streets down to Crips.
Suburbanites. That's the new one?
Yeah,
That's what we going with? That's what we going with? We got the new one though, but we waiting to drop the new one though.
Yeah. Shout out to all you suburbanites who feel like hip hop is just gangs.
Yeah.
Yeah, because honestly, when I first heard Far Side, I didn't get gang culture when I heard
not at all.
Side, but I still thought they was
street
urban.
Yeah, I thought that was street.
Yeah, when I first heard Far Side, I was like, okay. When I first heard what's my man name? The funky Homo sapien.
Oh, Dale.
Funky Homo sapien. I didn't think like he was a gangbanger or nothing like that, but he still felt, you know.
I mean, I got a lot of New York rappers like that though from over here. You know what I'm saying? That I didn't feel like was like street, but they were street at the same time though. You know what I'm saying? They didn't come across like a gangster or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But they was street though, because they was hip hop. You know what I'm saying? What they carried within them, their whole style, their life, you know what I'm saying, was hip hop. So that's what it, you know what I'm saying? That's what it came across as. Like I ain't never put Redman as being a gangster. You know what I mean? But I put him as being street.
Shout out to Andy Pandy. She said, you named all conscious rappers as examples for why hip hop was always street, because the streets are conscious.
Yeah.
I don't know how you separate people not being aware of said community.
The conscious rappers used to rap about
conscious rappers are street.
Yeah.
Maybe the modern ones are not or something. I don't know. Like maybe like J. Cole or something. Is J. Cole like a modern conscious rapper to y'all?
Who's a conscious? I'm about to ask that. Who's a conscious rapper right now? You feel like?
Apparently Kendrick.
I mean, I don't know.
Glasses, you are not conscious. You ain't never listened to my music, Andy.
Yeah.
That's just crazy.
I feel like when I hear conscious rapper, it's somebody who's trying to is kind of give you a message about what's going on in they situation. Like, so what I don't know. I always looked at when I wanted to hear about what was going on in my situation, I always looked at people like NWA,
Yeah,
always looked at like I'm talking about those kind of rappers. I flocked to them because those were people that I thought was giving me what I thought I was going through at the time. Like this is what I'm living through, and to me that was conscious rap at the time.
I don't get how. Again, it's like it's a weird connotation of people in the streets.
When I look here, conscious, I'm thinking they trying to keep me awake. Like they trying to show me, like, hey, look at this, brother. This is what happening in our community right now. This was happening. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes when they talk about conscious rapper and I listen to Most Def and all that, I couldn't even understand.
Yeah, it didn't fit your conscience.
Blibbly bobbly blipply bloop. All right, cool. But my man, like when I wanted to understand what's going on around my area, I go listen to guys who looked like they was talking about what I was seeing.
I mean, I just think there's a level that people think for some reason they conflate conscious with always having an amicable solution to a problem versus like KRS-One is one of the original conscious niggas. Melly Mel's a conscious nigga. They both would beat your head in. Pause.
And no disrespect to Most Def, he's fire.
Yeah.
But yeah, exactly. You know, even I didn't really listen to Melly Mel that much. I ain't going in front. Pretend like I'm
the message.
That's it. That's where, and that's it. Like I wasn't really.
I just think that there's a confusion. See, and the thing about conscious is understanding a greater purpose too in relations to Black people. But again, I wouldn't even have these conversations about conscious with people because it's like the reason all people, like the people that respect you, respect whatever you bring into the table. But I'm starting to understand that. So the point I'm saying is with him specifically, right, is so J1s is saying that, and then somebody said, well, J1s is saying that because J1 is saying that because he wasn't raised in the streets. And I'm like, well, his dad is the culture. His dad very much, right, raised him. So that's where he get his cultural lessons from. So of course, innately, he would be the culture, naturally. Right? His dad is raised him in the culture. Now, would he be as dense as his dad? Probably not. But that doesn't mean he doesn't understand. That don't mean that if he go to school, he's gonna do it by the rules. No, his dad gave him his own set of rules.
He understands snitching is not a thing that happens. That's a cool thing. Like he understands enough about what's going on to where that if certain shit happens to him, he know how to handle it. He know how to be like, all right, this is how we do this. This is how we like my son. He understand that snitching ain't. He wouldn't go tell on nothing that he was a part of, you know. So I get what you're saying.
So it's just like certain things, and snitching again to that conversation is rooted in so much deeper stuff. But snitching is a conscious thing. It's an accountable thing.
But I feel like growing up in our culture, accountability is kind of a mainstay in how we was raised, though.
But that's the cornerstone of street.
Right.
Street is another set of rules. Here are these new rules. Here are these new rules.
I got you. Like even like we so accountable the way we was raised to where if something happened to us in a certain area, and we kind of looked at it as something
it's expected.
Like, damn, that was me.
What the fuck was I doing over there?
What was I doing over here? Like,
I know these people. You feel me? That's their thing. Like I know that's their thing.
Yeah. So I mean, I totally get it. Yeah, I get it. But what they think? Okay, so how did this stem from J1 though? Like where?
So anyway, so the dude. So then here comes somebody from Al Qaeda. They were like, "Well, see," and of course they're gonna make it about Drake. And they're like, "Well, if that was the case, then Drake's dad." And I'm like, "Bro, he wasn't raised with his father. Like he said that 1 million times, bro. And he was raised in this suburban area. Like he doesn't. For sure, somebody that doesn't see color is not street or raised in street urban culture.
Gotcha.
There's not a person raised in street urban culture that doesn't see color.
That sucks.
You can have a Lil Wayne where you're not mad at white people because maybe you're a superstar, the rapper, and blah, 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 and they say your life, but you see color. You know the fucking difference. You know how to be treated.
Sucks.
Valuing street culture, Andy, is the most conscious thing you can do. It's the most conscious thing you can do. Valuing street culture is the most conscious thing you could do. The problem is when you don't value it. And see, that becomes where you start to come across like a suburbanite, Andy. And that kind of is where I don't believe you. Because then you have an ignorant stereotype of what you think street culture is. And that becomes kind of the problem that you're fighting. You're fighting a bunch of ignorant stereotypes about what people think. So many people, Jimmy Iovine is a billionaire off street culture.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's so many successful people. Dennis Hopper made $60 million off of street urban culture. So even when you say value, that becomes a questionable thing in what you value. That becomes the problem. So it's a hard conversation. You're trying to tell somebody what's what.
A lot of times they ain't gonna get it though, man. But I applaud your ways of trying to get them to get it though, man. And understand
it's definitely a commitment.
Yeah.
I was having the same conversation with AD and Pun this morning, which is kind of what I wanted to talk about in this podcast for later, right? Which is that's gonna drop tomorrow. It's the same thing where it's like, bro, like if we don't value this thing, then we're the dumb ones. And to me, that's where hip hop is at now. Like, where if we don't value it, and value it means you care to go learn about it, to know things about it, to go know what makes it tick. So many different things come with the term value. Like, if you don't have love for this, like what good is love? Like, love demands sacrifice.
I feel like when you don't value something, it leaves a door open for somebody else to come in there and capitalize on
the value.
Yeah, the value of it.
Yeah. That's a fact. That's a fact. I mean, we see that happen all the time now, man. We talk about that as far as like when we talk about the way hip hop has gone international. You know what I'm saying? People you look at over there in China or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? The way they value it like that. You know what I'm saying? The way they look at us, you know what I'm saying? As if, you know what I'm saying, we the ones that they appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I think that goes into the value in it though too. You gotta appreciate every aspect of it.
You know what? That a lot of these billionaires, because Glasses was talking about billionaires, people who have become billionaires from our culture, but it's a lot of billionaires who understand to help them keep making money. They gonna tap into street urban culture. They gonna find some rapper or somebody to market their clothing or they liquor brand or whatever, or they gonna do because they know street urban culture is based in rebellion. That they gonna say some shit like, "We don't want you wearing our clothes."
Mm-hmm.
And no, understand that means they gonna make us be like, "We wearing that shit now."
They really haven't.
Yeah, so sometimes it be the own people that, man, like we not valuing it, and other people coming in and showing what this shit can really do, how powerful this culture is.
I mean, I feel like I feel like the ones who the ones who understand it, you know what I'm saying, we definitely value it. We appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? We understand what it is.
I actually disagree completely.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I know that sounds fucked up, but I disagree completely.
Yeah.
I don't think we really see the beauty in it completely.
Nah, not at all.
You know what I'm saying? And I only learned that because the more I got it, like when people think it's about like crime.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be honest with you, talking to you guys helped me understand it a lot more and understand the value of it. I think sometimes when you grow up in the shit, you kind of start getting jaded by it, or kind of maybe even taking it for granted. Because this is what you was born in, this is what you was raised in, this is what you and you just kind of, but talking to you guys and understanding how valuable this shit is, it makes me like, man, damn, this shit is very valuable, and if other people maximizing the potential out of street urban culture, and we not doing it, because I think because we grew up in this shit and we sold, it's like, all right, this is what it is, and we don't look at the beauty in it and how valuable this shit is to the rest of the world.
Shout out to Party McFly. Remember, it was a crime to read. That's exactly the point. Shout out to Party McFly with the MVP, with the leading comment at the lunch table that's leading in the MVP vote. We definitely gonna have to start doing the MVP comment of the table and start sending a cash out prize.
Yes.
Shout out to McFly on that. That's the point. So when I'm explaining to people, when they say hip hop is about crime, Squish, what up? When I say hip hop is about crime, right? They don't get what I'm saying because they hear crime, but it's like, as a black person in America, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, what's a crime to us? Because we don't agree in the same space as mainstream America on what's a crime. They don't set the standards of right and wrong for us. Do you know if somebody walks in your house in California and takes something, and if they turn around and walk out, and you shoot, it's a crime?
Yeah.
Do you know you could be held civilly liable if somebody falls in your house and hurts themselves trying to, like, you don't want to know how the law sees things. You don't want to know how the law sees things. So again, when people keep using the term crime, I'm saying to them, do you know what that means? Crimes have nothing to do with culture. Everybody commits crime.
No, not in no culture. We ain't putting that on culture.
Well, I mean, what crime would exist? Like a crime, like we could say a crime. Imagine thinking crossing somebody into the border from Mexico illegally, right, is a part of their culture. That could be an ignorant take. And then you make that crime part of a culture. That's not, it's just a crime. Everybody in America sells dope. Every group. Every group sells, everybody hurts everybody. Everybody solves things through their own violence. What part of our things is crime? Again, I'm reiterating the term crime so you can catch what I'm saying, because I know it's really tough and difficult sometimes. It was a crime for skaters to skateboard in places. It was a crime. Graffiti is a crime. We don't see them as crimes. So what's a crime to mainstream America? It's easy to say what street is a crime. Running numbers was a crime for years.
Selling liquor. What's a crime?
Strap.
You remember?
It was.
Remember running hooch was a crime?
Hooch.
Yeah. It was a crime.
I don't care how much people think they've gotten away from street urban culture. You could talk to the oldest, most refined guy, and you go ask him certain shit. They still got a certain shit that they don't give a fuck about. They will go to jail for right now to this day, and it's considered a crime in America. But there's still like 3 or 4 things. I'm talking about the nigga who I don't street. No, I'm not. No, there's 3 or 4 things that my dad right now, he's 60-something years old and don't believe in none of that. But you fuck with somebody in the family, you going to jail. Like he going to jail, he murdering you, killing you. We all know that. Growing up in street urban America, man. I mean, street urban culture. We got our own set of rules,
and that's the thought. So there are things wrong in our life, but it may not be what mainstream America would consider a crime. That's the point. So when people saying Glass is street, and I'm saying, sure, I get the concept of criminality, crime from mainstream America. But to us, it has nothing to do with that.
Yeah, we like Glass talking about that. Oh, somebody come steal something at your house and walk up. Let somebody come in the studio right now and try to steal up out of here. They not gonna make it to the front door. They not getting out the door. And I don't look at it like a crime. Like I'm just gonna look at it like, oh man, I defended myself. And I'm gonna be like, oh man, I'm going to jail, I guess, today.
If somebody call you a bitch and you hit them in their face,
oh man,
in America, that's considered a crime.
I don't know, but see, this one you're losing people.
Why?
You can't just be knocking niggas out for calling you a bitch.
Yes, you can.
I mean, you can. You for sure can.
And we wouldn't consider it wrong.
You know what? I'm gonna stall you out. I agree.
Stall him out, Debo. Stall him out, Debo.
No, I agree. Because I wouldn't do it. But if somebody walked up in here and called somebody a bitch and they knocked them out,
you wouldn't be like, we need to call the proper authorities. You're wrong. You're gonna tell that person when he wake up, why'd you call them a bitch?
Yeah, I would be like, I wouldn't be like, oh, they should go to jail for that. I'd be like, man, they probably should.
Imagine that.
Have some hands if you're gonna call them people bitches.
So again, when we talking about street, we're talking about another set of rules.
That is true.
That's another set of rules. In no world is it okay for you to call somebody else out their fucking name and don't be held accountable.
Please don't bring it there. Please don't bring it there. Please. I know where you about to go with this.
If you going back to the worker,
please don't.
Going back to the worker. She already rich. Coach, let her get off. $500,000.
She done cashed out. She cashed out already. Leave that lady alone.
I'm gonna say, Coach is right. We should just let every white person call us the N-word and harass them.
Smacking her was gonna make her less rich.
It don't matter. Something would have happened. Something. She deserves something.
I agree with you. She deserves something.
But you know what she got? White something. Justice.
She got.
Tell them niggers about themselves.
Niggers.
How Coach likes it.
I don't like niggers.
Harass them and make them order too many Cinnabons. That's how I'm gonna get even.
Hey man, you got to do something. But I definitely can't.
You know what you got to do.
She definitely can't be rich off my hands.
She wasn't gonna be rich without doing nothing. She called black people niggers and then got rich after.
She gonna throw that shit around so crazy now. Oh my God.
The Coach is right. All somebody should do is now just harass her with Cinnabons.
She would have.
I know she got some.
He would have smacked her, and she would have been up $2 million.
Once she got out the hospital, she would have earned it.
I love she got merch coming. For sure.
Exactly. Just how Coach, and everybody gonna be wearing it. And they're gonna be getting harassed at their Cinnabon job. That's gonna be Coach's solution to years and years of oppression.
Imagine the merch that she would have had made after Glasses smacked her and she made her $2 million.
She wouldn't have had
been walking around with a big ass print on her.
She wouldn't have been walking around.
Calling it gorilla print, gorilla hand, or some shit.
She wouldn't have been walking around. She'd have been ducking and dodging everywhere she went.
She'd have been like another $2 million. Who want to smack the shit up?
Coach, I keep telling you, I don't know where you keep telling this lie. People do not want to get hit for money.
White people love to get hit for money.
No, they don't.
They love it.
No, they don't.
White people.
That's why they got laws. If that was the case, they wouldn't have laws.
Glasses. It's a white dude getting smacked for $5 right now.
No, it's not.
Somewhere right now getting smacked. His head hitting the table on one of them smack games.
Wow. Them smack games the best. That power slap shit is the best, though. I ain't gonna hold you.
He getting smacked.
Power slap is the best. I like that shit.
People are not gonna be okay at 32.
No. I agree with you.
Did the fight come on this weekend?
No. The fight is next weekend, I think.
Next weekend, okay.
No. Wait a minute. What's today? Today is the 15th, right?
It's this weekend, yeah.
Yeah. The fight is this weekend, 19th, right?
This weekend. All right.
Is this really happening? This cannot be happening.
Yeah, it is. Anthony Joshua.
Okay, and there you go, Glasses. This white man is willing to get just killed in this ring for white people don't care. Nigga, come on now. Anthony Joshua about to put this man in a body bag.
He earned it. He earned it. She didn't earn this $500,000.
So you telling me
$200,000.
You smacking her is worth $2 million?
She got way more than that. That shit went up more.
Oh, but her goal was $271,000.
She kept raising the goal.
Yes. Y'all go support my GoFundMe then. Fuck it. Glasses smack me.
Please.
You black. They ain't finna give you a dime. They giving you a dime.
Please.
Oh shit.
Oh man.
That is crazy. Wait, but where's she at right now? Oh, just go for me.
Last time I checked, she was at like 390 or some crazy shit.
Damn.
Nothing, you just walk around between you and them, shit, everybody just letting them go. Like, oh,
I'm about to put
cool.
a mask on her. I'm about to pull a mask down on her ass, bitch.
Hey, I would have taken that trap if somebody would have maxed up and then got her after the work. But Glass is just all big and black. Ah, shaka.
Public shames of public insults deserve public consequence.
I agree. You
would have smacked the trap?
No. But I agree with them that though, like, because I feel like a public, you know what I'm saying, public insult deserves, you know what I'm saying, if you come back around, you need to give a public apology upon it too, though. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it go the same way. So, no, I'm just meaning like, it needs to be dealt publicly, not behind the scenes. If the, you know what I'm saying, if the insult or anything that happened, it needs to be dealt the same way it was dealt with when the altercation happened. I feel like I agree with them that. Definitely. Wholeheartedly.
And listen, all I'm saying is, again, it's one of them things that should have happened. But before we do that, Bomb the Baby Girl, I missed that. I missed the content parade. I see they finally got Krishan for calling them people crabs.
But you see why though? You see why it happened though?
Was that at the content parade?
Yeah. You see why she supposed to have got smacked though, B? It ain't happened because she calling people crab. She grabbed that girl phone.
No, but that's why they was pressing her.
Yeah, but you gonna grab the girl phone.
Like, why would you call somebody? Like, why are you calling people? Like, why are you disrespecting a bunch of people? And then she kind of got a little disrespect. See, Krishan could fight, so sometimes I think they think because they can fight, that means people are scared to fight them, or you gonna be in a fight. It's like, you know what I mean, like that. Those things could go bad.
But I would say, man, if y'all gonna come jump her though, man,
they ain't jump her.
They didn't even jump her.
All right, whatever they were trying to.
The girl just smacked the girl had her phone up, recorded her. Krishan goes, "What, you recording me?" and pulls the girl phone down like that. The girl goes, "Man, what you touching my phone for?"
Well, she did grab her phone hella weirdly aggressive.
Yeah.
It was like, oh yeah,
you
my phone me.
But then didn't they kind of? No, they smacked her. I seen the smack. Okay, was that a girl smack?
Yeah,
that was a girl smack.
That looked like a nigga smack.
That was a girl smack.
I only seen hand and
Strong stepped back. She kind of like stepped back, ready to go, but then I don't know. I think she kind of
listen. They really spared her.
Yeah, they
That's
did.
what I'm saying. It kind of looked like a sparing to me.
Yeah, well, they was really on her because she got mad at Blueface and she showed up somewhere on camera and some 20v1 and called people crabs and all that. And now it's like,
that's what happened.
Yeah, that was pressing her. I was like, what's up with that? Like, why would you? You know what I mean? Why are you doing that? Like, but that's the problem. It's like, and I think that's what's wrong with the internet and what's going wrong in hip hop too. It's like this world where people feel like these things don't have true consequence.
I was wondering because I heard that she dropped the crab word, but she made it. I didn't see the context of it. I didn't see how she said it, why she said it. She was making it seem like I'm from Baltimore. I don't understand what this means and all that kind of shit. And when I heard that, I was like, this doesn't sound right. Doesn't sound like this, like you're making any sense here. But now that
they didn't want to hurt her. They didn't really want to. They really was checking her. Feel me? And it's a situation where it could be as simple as like, you know what? I'm mad at my guy. I said something that really don't got nothing to do with a bunch of people that I live around, and it got out of hand. So I understand why they were upset and what happened. Because it really could have went bad. Because it's like, you don't, like, I'm not disrespecting a bunch of people that I don't know, and then I'm going to show up where they at.
Yeah.
Even her temperament, like, you know, they were saying, I thought you couldn't come to conference. She's like, you see, I'm here. And it don't matter if you got hands. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter if you got hands. Like, sometimes it's just cool to just stay out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get in that shit. And them girls was on her. They was like, what's up? Like, they was pressing her, like, what's up with that? And she was, you know, making her, trying to make sense of it. And the girl was recording her, and she just, like, aggressively grabbed this girl's phone and snatched it down. Like, and the girl reached across, slapped her. Stop grabbing my phone. Bitch, what the hell is wrong with you?
Okay.
Yeah, she was wild for that.
No, but I get it now, though. I get what happened because I didn't understand everything that would happen with that situation. Because all I heard her talking about Baltimore and crabs, and I was like, okay, but that's a crazy excuse because she's from Baltimore.
I mean, I think Krishan's thinking she could fight, and that's good, but that's not. Don't let that be the reason you get yourself fucked up, because people not like, when people think you can fight, they usually shoot next.
But if you using those type of words, though, you supposed to be on that. Like, you supposed to be
no.
Like, you can't be out there blaming you from a seafood capital of the America. Like, well, cause that's why I'm using it. Like,
I saw that with Busta Rhymes, Dave, and I feel bad for Busta, because a lot of people mad at Busta, but I'm not mad at Busta.
What'd he do?
Because what you get is these trolls who kind of had a phone and thinking this is the moment to make a fool out of you.
Come on, man. What'd he do? What did Busta do?
All right. So I'm gonna say this right here, right? When I first seen it, and I seen the dude who hit him with the stay black, and then Busta went on a whole, what you mean stay black? This. All right.
No, it wasn't that. So the stay black dude was not mad, right? He wanted to take a picture with Busta, and Busta's like, man, I gotta rush in, another time. And the dude said stay black. He said for sure. And he doubled down on it.
He didn't say it twice.
Like, yes, he did.
Said it one time.
He said it twice. No, he said it twice.
Okay.
He said it twice. But it was all a part of the same. I know why he's tender about that. This is that hip hop conversation as far as Black Americans. Like, this is that conversation that they've been having negative energy towards him. And so he caught what he was doing. He caught his temperament.
All right. So I seen that incident, right? And then I seen another incident the same day with a dude went up to him and called him Tracy Morgan. You know what I'm saying?
He didn't walk up to him. He didn't.
They was taking a picture, and he said, "Yo, take a picture of me and Tracy Morgan like that." And then he got me. So my thing, I'm saying to say this though, right? You know what I always go to? Think your man is creating content, B.
Who?
Busta Rhymes?
Yes.
No, I think other people are creating content, and he's kind of being mad. Like, bro, stop. Like that dude who walked up, he was finna take the picture with him, and dude said something, and he said something funny like, "Oh, Tracy Morgan." And it's not about if he looks or familiar, like if he's doing Tracy Morgan. Like, it's not if he looks similar. There's a bunch of content creators that kind of go around purposely mislabeling people as content, being funny.
But this is what I'm talking about. Niggas doing anything for money. They know there's some kind of something that could come, some kind of repercussions that could come with that type of game. What if Busta Rhymes just bombed on them or something?
Which is why I keep telling you.
These niggas think it's cool.
Because they have no consequence.
But I'm telling you, it's not gonna be the bomb that's gonna stop her from doing it. You ain't gonna Busta Rhymes bomb on them. That ain't gonna stop her from doing it. Somebody got it. I hate to say this. Somebody got to get shot.
I'm saying that's, even if that's happened, that's cool. But I'm saying it needs to be some level of consequence.
Yeah, but that's gonna be the one that's gonna stop somebody. Because these people think getting smacked on camera is content. That's dope to them. Please, Busta. They probably was like, playing Busta Rhymes almost hit me. Shit. Damn.
I mean, but you deserve it. See, I don't know. I don't know where we evolving into this world where, hey, you know what? Let people just say what they want. You just walk away. No, that's not why people didn't say what they wanted to say 30 years ago. People didn't say what they wanted to say 30 years ago because there was consequence for the things you say. We keep creating a further world where nobody's going to be held accountable for nothing.
Wait a minute, hold up. You said people didn't say what they wanted to say 30
Hell
years ago?
no. You got your ass in a fucking fight. When we grew up, we didn't just go walk around and say what we want to say to motherfuckers because you knew what it came with. You came with it. Even if you thought a nigga was a bitch, you knew it was going to be a fight, so you was ready to fight. Right now, you got people like Chuck brought Neon to Compton, right? And he had him with him in the Compton parade. He should have let Neon get punched in the face once or twice and then stopped it. Even though he brought him. But what's happening is we sacrificing the unit of ourselves for a single divine power. Like, I'll have you here and nobody gonna do nothing. That's not the right solution. That's the wrong. I'm starting to realize in hip hop, that's the wrong way to do it. We our power, hip hop comes as a core group of us. It's the fact we survived a place that holds you accountable for behavior. Like they're not the law, not the police. Everybody holds you accountable for behavior. Right? So when you kind of allow people to excuse themselves and you protect them from accountability, this is what I was on AD and them about. With ACT. Like, I don't have a disdain for ACT. Like, I'm one of the few people that don't have a disdain for ACT. But I also think ACT should be held accountable for what he says, and then that would be fine if he's saying the stuff he's saying.
When you say held accountable, what does that mean? For ACT?
So when they was in New Jersey and they was doing a live event with him, and the dudes from New Jersey was finna get on, ACT, and then AD and Pun kind of got in front of him. So then it became a street problem against some street dudes versus the person that they had the real energy to.
So you think they should have just kind of let ACT out there to get what he's supposed to get?
Sure, just don't let him die. Or maybe he wins. Maybe ACT those hands and he kick ass. I don't know, but you should be held accountable.
I think you know.
No, I don't, because I don't know. ACT might got hands. Who the fuck knows? Like, nigga, get out there, ACT be dancing on niggas and all that, and uppercuts niggas.
ACT gonna fall up like a damn turkey at Thanksgiving, bitch. Man, he gonna be balled up.
Guess what? Even the people with hands that grew up, coach, where we grew up at, even the people with hands know, even you, coach, you can fight. You don't just walk around calling people whatever you want to because you don't feel like getting in a fight today.
No, yeah. I mean, that's accurate. I'm not trying to fight nobody. So I'm not calling nobody nothing. So that's true. But and I agree with you. I do agree that back in the day, 30 years ago, we understood that if you said some bullshit, you had to stand on it. And nowadays, but are we in a world to where nowadays, if somebody does stand on what they say, if somebody says some shit to them, that's kind of what they want? They kind of feeding into what a person want?
No, because they ain't got, show me where the ass whooping they got. And it was like, man, I want some more of that. People don't think nothing could happen to them now. That's why they don't go where people are at.
Didn't Charleston White just get attacked not too long ago?
Again? Nah, they don't get up on him. Because every time they ran up on him, then he sprayed the mace one time.
I seen something, I don't know if it was recent. I don't be knowing when the time steps on this shit. But I saw when he was on the stage not too long ago, some people ran up on him.
Dude rushed him on the stage.
And they really got him that time. Like they but I promise you he's gonna be out there talking reckless next week.
I think he got his security team up so much though. Now.
All
security team is very feeble, man.
No, none of them do. All the racist shit that Neon said, somebody should have hit him in his mouth.
Yeah.
No, I agree with you on Neon.
And Chuck should have made sure that happens. Don't just bring him over here and allow him to come through one of the backest places on the West Coast and don't have no accountability for the sake of marketing. Don't just have him come through here and get love because you game and then you let him get fucked up. That's part of being game too. Part of being game and part of being a lead figure on the West is also making sure people get held accountability, not checked, especially somebody that got a 9 minutes worth of shit they saying horrible about black people. And you are one of the blackest places on the West. Like I always tell Flacco that, Flock, you keep talking, I'm gonna let these niggas beat your ass. You gonna have to fight as soon as they see you. Because you can't just talk about people and don't be held accountable. At least if you gonna talk shit, you should know it come with a fight.
G, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm so confused in the world we live in right now because I used to think that pain was a universal teaching method. I used to think that. But now I'm just confused. I don't know where these kids' head is at anymore. I don't know if that works on them anymore. Like, I don't know if he gets beat up in Compton and he doesn't become a bigger celebrity.
Stop saying that.
I'm just saying because.
But stop saying that.
But it's not.
Coach, stop saying that.
Okay.
Stop creating this place. Stop creating this place. You're not going to change anything. What you need to change is you need to change your mentality, and black people need to change their mentality. Every time somebody uses the N-word, somebody should slap the shit out of them. Stop thinking you're going to solve the problem by being anything but assertive. You can't outsmart racism.
So
you can't
outdo
this.
You think assertive is just beating somebody up?
How do you think we got in this position? What do you think was happening? You think we got here because they was just so smarter than us? We so stupid? No, they would kill one of us in front of the person. They would crack you with a whip and whoop you in front of the person. They would bring a hammer. It doesn't have to be emotional, but it does need to be of consequence.
Okay, so G, I get what you're saying, man, but you do understand that being assertive doesn't mean smacking them all the time.
If somebody uses the N-word and they only got a smack, they got off easy.
G, you know me. If I wish that could be the right way we get this done.
Stop saying that because you keep trying
I want to be that dude.
Because you keep trying to make the law. We just had this whole conversation.
About the law.
Okay,
fuck the law.
Okay, so then show me people. So show me people who've been slapped 13 times for using the N-words and they keep saying it.
13 times?
Sure, they keep getting slapped.
Well, I don't know anybody got slapped 13 times.
Because you say, stop saying the N-word.
I don't even know that many niggas got smacked one time for saying the N-word. So,
I know people who got smacked for saying the N-word.
I don't know them. But all I'm saying is a woman just said the N-word and she got paid 300 G's for saying the N-word.
Over.
Yeah, I'm saying it. But
then I can kind of see what Glasses is saying though. You know what I'm saying? So she said the N-word getting paid $300,000 and walks away with no repercussions on the shit though, then, B. You know what I'm saying? So now if she would have got smacked, then got the $300K, like at least she earned it then. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so Trap, that's my thing. She wouldn't have got $300K if she got smacked with it. She would have got $2 million probably at the end of the day.
Stop counting other people's money.
Because
this is not about money. This has been a year of these people hanging us, fucking us over 300-400 years. You keep talking about money. They're gonna always have access to money.
I get you.
They created it, Coach. It's not mad. It's not mad because
you're angry.
You're not mad. You're not mad.
But you're very angry.
You're not mad.
I want you to stop doing what you're doing. This is not an argumentative point.
I'm not arguing. You arguing. We building. This is what you say. We building. But I'm saying, but all I'm saying is I've seen enough of this shit to understand, because you always say it's not about money. That's what you've been saying right now. But you know that if a motherfucker gets paid for doing a certain shit, they're gonna go back to it.
No, they're not.
Why do you think that they're gonna?
Because I watched enough people get slapped in the face and stop using the same. Because I watched enough people get smacked in the face for not saying shit. Because that's the way we was raised. We got smacked in the face for not saying shit. This is a simple solution.
Why do you think white people like us? Why do you think white people get like what? I've seen white people get abused and then kill their parents later on. Like white people are strange birds. So I'm just saying, like, he think you gonna smack a white person and then they get paid and then they gonna stop now. Like, all right, we got paid for this. We got paid. I got paid $2 million. I ain't never gonna use an N-word again. Why do you think that? Okay, so Glasses, let me ask you a question. We talk about Martin Luther King all the time. Non-violence. Do you think he made a dent in what was going on with black people in America?
What do you mean made a dent?
Like I'm saying, do you think that he helped some change occur?
He said it was a nightmare. He said his dream was a nightmare.
I ain't what I asked you. I'm asking you,
no.
So Martin Luther King did nothing for us. Okay, I got you.
It's not.
No, I'm straight. You said enough.
It's not about did he do something for us.
So you said no.
Because you're asking a question.
You saying no because you just want to be right now.
Right like about what do I want to be right about?
You want to be right that you smack this white woman.
I don't need to. It's not about do I think it's going to change everything. It's not about do I think I'm right.
So be honest right now then. Do you think Martin Luther King helped make some change with what's going on for black people in America?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. That's all I'm saying.
But why? Why do you think that means something? Do you understand that he regrets that whole idea? Do you understand one of his last speeches? There was his last speeches where he said he was wrong. The way he's talking about it was wrong. The way he thought about it was wrong. So when you're saying something, and then I'm telling you by the end of his speeches, he was like, that was wrong. He said the dream that I had for my people was more like a nightmare.
Okay. So for sure, Glasses. I think it was hard for him. I think it was hard. I don't think he doesn't think it was right, because you don't beat the system by trying to get in it. You got to understand the system is not broken. It's working perfectly. Okay. So Glasses, I'm no way, form, or fashion I'm saying that you got to beat the system by getting into the system. I didn't say that. Y'all just be putting words in my mouth. I'm not saying none of that type of shit. I'm not saying that we shouldn't smack white people for saying the N-word. I'm just saying that the way you going about smacking the white people is just, I don't know if that's gonna help the problem out. They should get smacked eventually.
So you ever whooped your kids?
Oh, here we go.
You ever whooped your kids, Trap?
Yes, we've all whooped our children.
So,
No.
Hold on. You never whooped your kids?
I pal them when they was
whooping your kids.
I pal them when they was young. When they
Never
was young, I might have pal them though. But like since
Okay.
my kids got like to the age of like an older age like that, I never whipped my kids.
Okay, so Trap, that's my thing too. As I got older, so when I was younger, I gave some whoopings out quite a bit actually.
Yeah.
As I got older, I started figuring out that there was better methods that probably I could use. And I'm not saying I still never, man, I'll be at practice wishing I could with some of these kids. I'd already said this shit, man. I'd be like, man, y'all never got a whooping in your life. I'm not saying whooping should never happen, but as you get older, you start being like, all right, man, okay, so I used to whoop you, I used to whoop your ass for this type of shit, but now I'm gonna do this because I know this works a little better for you. This makes you, give me a little more act right than this whooping. I'll take that from you. Or I'll do this from you.
So then why do they keep locking people up in prison? Like, in what sense
You
does
think locking up in people in prison work?
Stop saying what works. It's not about what works. You're not going to fix because every problem is not meant to be fixed. Okay. Sometimes it may be. So like every last person that they wanted to break from escaping slave, like the plantation, right? No, some people it worked on. But do you understand why they didn't just punish that one person? Like, you understand, like when they hung slaves, do you understand why they hung people? It wasn't like a private thing. It was like a public thing. They didn't go find a tree, coach, that nobody else could see somewhere off. They didn't just go shoot that person and then bury him and say that person has passed away. You know what they did? Mm-hmm. They gave a public discipline in front of everybody. Why do you think that is? Why do you think it's a public consequence?
To instill fear into them so they won't try to do the same thing that he did.
I agree with you.
Is that not right?
To breed fear.
Yeah, to breed fear.
So again, and it's a consequence for an action. Right? Mm-hmm. This is a standard thing in human existence. Everybody keeps saying there's a better method than paddling your kids. Everybody keeps saying it's a bit. Nobody believes that. Nobody breathing air on the planet Earth. No powerful people believe that. People don't let you get away with things.
Hey, Trap, you know what the crazy thing about G saying this shit is that if he had children, he would not be a hardcore whooper. I know him too well.
If they call me a bitch, I'll slap the shit out of them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Like with my kids, I won't. I haven't whipped them, but I would whip them though. If it ever came to the point where I had to get them my ass whipping, they get an ass whipping though.
Why?
This nigga G is just
because they gotta get to it. Right, gotta get to a point.
I'm not a
to my players. I be trying to take some shit for how he's talking to him. He's talking to my players all nice and shit and trying to.
I'm a reason because I'm a reasonable person, but I also understand when somebody's trying to shame everybody. See, this is not just a simple situation where this lady was having a conversation.
I didn't want to get this back here. God damn.
Me neither. God damn it. Let's move on. Anyway.
I did not want to go back there. Yeah.
But okay, this is my understanding. If G did smack her though, I would stand tall with. I would be. That's my thing.
I would say she deserve it. I would say she deserve it. Yeah, for sure.
Also smack her. I'm with that then, because I'm gonna stand with the black people who are with the majority. If we all smack her, fuck it. I'm with it. I'm with that then. Fuck it.
Listen, I wouldn't say here and say she didn't deserve to get smacked at all. She deserved to get smacked.
Deserved to get hit.
She deserved to get hit. Like,
more than that.
I'm not. Like, I don't think. I'm saying in no way am I saying she ain't deserved to get smacked.
For sure.
I mean, that's it.
More than
that.
Shout out to Lex. It's not about whooping your kids to make them fear you. It's about whooping your kids to make them fear.
Let them understand. Exactly.
See, the thing is, you wouldn't have kids if they were kids, if they weren't kids. If you could logically explain to a kid everything and they could process it, they probably wouldn't need you outside of the little bit of wisdom that you do give them.
Mm-hmm.
There are certain things that you need your kids just not to do to save their lives. Certain kids is different. Certain kids you probably could sit down. I'm sure coach or you didn't have a kid, y'all could explain everything and it worked out. That's probably a lie, right? Because I'm sure that even the smartest ones probably were still fucking kids, right? And then you have kids that sometimes when I say no, that's enough. You may not have the intellectual capacity to understand why this is not a great choice. So let me whoop your ass so you don't do it again and you fear that. Because Lord knows without this ass whooping, what you fear would be way worse.
No, I'm gonna tell you what my mom told me, bro, when I was younger. She told me when I'm talking about like 7, 8, 9 years old. She told me when you go to school, she's like, I don't want you to fight, but if you do fight, the first time you get into a fight, beat him up bad, unrecognizable. Like,
why she didn't just tell you to go to the principal? That's not how we do.
She told me to destroy the person. She said beat him down. She said because that would help you in the long run going on to not have so many fights. And that's how I do my kids when I got older. That
why would that help you? Why would that
have to whoop them when they get older?
Why would that help you not to have other fights?
Because they seen what I did to this person. I'm saying. So you think and that's what I'm trying to get you to understand, G. So you think a smack is going to you think that was enough to make that person change their mind?
No, it may not change. It may not change that one person's mind. But if you smack somebody listen. My
mom didn't say smack him.
Listen.
She said grind him up into mincemeat.
I'm sure, right? I'm sure Nat Turner saw people being hung. Some people it ain't finna break.
That's true. Facts.
You know how many niggas didn't run away?
That's facts.
Because they saw somebody getting hung. Look, I don't want none of that. So maybe that Nat Turner, it didn't change that. I don't even want to talk about what they did to Nat Turner. You don't even want to know what they did to Nat Turner. You thought it was just like a regular jail sentence, prison, and that's it? No. This is a standard in human things. Sometimes everything about your kids is not meant to explain. All the parents pushing that dumb ass white people shit can kiss my ass. That's why them white people kids fucked up. You are supposed to try to explain to your kids, but your kids may not understand. They may not understand because they fucking kids. If they could understand, they wouldn't need you. So sometimes they need to just listen to you. Because I know better. I may not have time to explain this to you, but don't do this so you don't get this.
I agree.
Because whatever's on the other side of this may be worse than this hand on your ass.
I agree. And somebody talking about I made your point, but your point was smacking. I'm not.
It's not just about that lady.
For them to understand, it got to be way more severe than I can't go smack my kid and then be like, hey, remember what I did to you here? Like I told you, I'm going to do something very harsh at the beginning so you can remember that this is not what you want to get back to. And that's why I'm trying to get y'all to understand. Smacking a white woman on camera and she gets $2 million, that's not harsh enough.
Please stop saying that.
That's what I'm saying. That's not gonna that ain't not gonna make nobody be like,
that's a lie, coach. It's a lot of people that won't get smacked for $2 million.
It's not a lot of them.
It's a ton of people.
Not. Why do you have so much belief in this in America?
How do you think that?
Like he got so much hope. He think America is great or something. Like what? Like
I think most of America's bitch. And so you know what? A lot of people not gonna do. They're not gonna go through that first pain. Yes, you have them wild Nat Turners, but most of America ain't gonna be on that timing.
Would you get smacked for $2 million?
No.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. So stop saying the nigga who would take a smacking for $2 million is a bitch. I mean, it's not a bitch.
Coach, what I'm telling you is there's people every day who you're conflating what's happening. You think right now people just saying what they saying, they don't care about getting their ass kicked. No, people like you are the reason people aren't getting their ass kicked no more.
Okay.
Because you feel like there's a better solution. Y'all keep telling this lie. We grew up in a world that you got your ass kicked. So that's why we talk like we got some sense. Other people talk like they ain't got no sense because they ain't got. You think that lady got her ass whipped before? No.
Yes.
That lady nothing never happened to that lady. No.
She was a crackhead.
Nothing never happened to that lady. Nothing never happened to that lady. That lady been going around talking crazy to niggas. Nothing never happened to her.
Trap, you only crackheads who never got beat up.
Nah, come on, man. Nah. The better question is, do you think that was her first time she used the N-word?
No.
Fuck no.
Because you know why? Nobody showed her the first time.
Do y'all okay? So hey, we see online all right now how people use the N-word and somebody will bop them up. You know, they'll put hands on them. You know that's not the last time they used that word after they got beat up.
I know a lot of people who changed the way they talk because they got punched in the face.
No, I've never.
I saw slaps and punches in the face humble so many people historically.
So this is what I'm gonna say right now, dude. All I'm saying is I just don't think it's I don't think it's as simple as a smack. I think it got to be way worse.
I'm telling you,
to make somebody stop what's going on, that kind of the level you're talking about, it got to be way worse than a smack, dude. A smack is not about to. It got to be something. It got to be worse. Like I said, you got to plan, plot, strategy. It got to be terrible. It got to be something that they don't want to get back to. Them getting smacked and making millions off of it is not going to be good enough.
You know what's not going. You could imagine what's going to happen at this point.
What?
Because nothing happened. She called her the N-word and they gave her $400,000 because he lost a minimum.
I agree with you. I agree. I don't think
I have a nigga party.
But for some strange reason, Glasses I think nothing should happen to her. Like,
you keep trying to intellectually process something that's a lot simpler. You keep trying to figure out ways to solve racism. It's a one slap at a time.
I'm not trying.
It's a one situation at a time. Every situation is a different timing. That lady, that white woman, started with a slap.
Is that a shirt? That's a shirt right there.
One slap at a time.
One slap at a time.
Change your life.
Right there. That is insane.
One slap at a time can change your life.
I think you're going to end racism one slap at a time.
One slap at a time could save a kid.
And it might have to go to another level. But like, I'm not angry at this lady. I'm just mad. Where I'm angry is at us. She had no consequence. I'm angry when people do things like when Neon came to Compton, when Chuck brought Neon to Compton and Chuck had no consequence. And Neon had no consequence. He didn't let Neon have a consequence. Like all this negative shit this man been saying about black people, all this old shit, let him get punched on a little bit. You don't get him killed. Just get him punched on. That shit wouldn't have killed him. But you let people get away. Like my problem with social media in general is the lack of consequence.
I'm just getting
this is breeding.
It's annoying that you guys keep saying let people get away. Why? Where am I saying let anybody get away with anything? That's never what
it deserves an instant response, not a thought out plot strategy. It deserves instant.
It deserves a terrible, thorough.
That should start. That should start with a slap.
It shouldn't.
So even if you never get to step 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, it start with this. Because I need to let everybody else around the rest of the world. Yes, I may find some tough Karens like you who gonna take a slap. But it's gonna be a ton of Karens that's gonna be like, you know what? I don't want that. I'm not gonna call them people that.
This is why change ain't really happening because all this instant gratification. Like, why everybody just I gotta get my hands on them now? No, man,
it's not instant gratification, Coach. It's instant consequence.
That's all it is. That's all it is.
No,
man.
Coach, it should be some
it gotta be so much more worse than a smack.
It starts there.
Like
it starts there, and she recording you. Whatever stupid plan you come up with.
Response to me. Smack.
No, it's a start.
It's a sweet response.
It's how you start. It's how you start.
It's crazy. It's crazy that somebody we would go shoot a motherfucker for calling us a bitch. I know niggas got their shoes stepped on and shot somebody for that shit. But a white person call you a nigga, smack is it. That's where we.
I was gonna pop somebody for calling me a nigga. I had to stop my homeboy from. Listen, I went through this, and I understand why my older homie was right.
No, he wasn't.
No, here's a real truth. This truth. I went through a situation with my older homie where he was trying to pop somebody under the bridge because somebody called him the N-word, and I stopped him because it was a bunch of people. And that nigga said it was worth going to jail, and I thought he was crazy, and I kept him out of jail. Now I regret it.
You regret it?
Yes.
Wow, what's he doing? What's he doing with his life right now?
Nothing. He's fine, but it's not that. Some of these things have to be. I thought he
went to jail for something else. Then that's why you regretted it.
Have to be for more than us. Like we have to exist for more than us. We have to exist for more than us. Like if we don't exist for more than us, it's just bad. Get to these super
Yeah,
chats.
so Miss Hummus wants some super chat talk.
Yeah, my bad, Miss Hummus. I'm sorry. Shout out to Breezy. Like, get to the super chat, nigga. You sending this money here, nigga. You got me just waiting. Shout out to Breezy. Thank you for the $5. Our tastes and preferences are shaped by our current understanding and by where we are in life at that moment. Great point. Great point. That's how I feel about that Nas shit. I really enjoyed that project. Shout out to Baseline AZ. Thank you for the $2. Former skater, you are 100% right. Man, I had homies that was like that. Baseline, them dudes was just like us. They was street and skating in places they had no business being, committing crimes.
And they'll bop you upside the head with that skateboard,
yeah,
too.
right fast. They used to be them dudes be at school. They be just holding them the skates, and bikers was like that too. They was all street. So yes, the bikers were criminals. That's a prime example of a criminal that we don't look at as criminals. We don't care about them skating in this empty pool or somebody, a tagger, somebody putting a plaque on the side of a building. Like we don't see that as crime. That's why I'm saying, yes, the streets are crime, but that's a mainstream American perspective. That's the point of it. We don't see it as a crime. We don't care if you write a burner on the side of a building. Now, I get why the owner does, but we see it as art. Shout out to Natasha. Thank you for the 50 check dollars. Glasses, I'm sure you saw how Kendrick stopped his show to wish that beautiful 9-year-old Aboriginal little girl, Kalina, happy birthday. Man, that's really some shit, man.
Yeah, that was dope.
Yeah, I expect him to do nothing but that, man. And when I tell y'all he's such a good dude and he deserves it, man, I can't express that enough. He's an awesome guy. Shout out to Breezy. Thank you for the $2. Ab-Soul is a conscious rapper. Yeah, so
no,
definitely.
No.
Yeah, definitely.
No, he's not. He's a backpack rapper. Put him on that. He's not a conscious rapper.
I'm not finna do this conscious backpack job.
He has some songs that tap into the conscious shit. He's not a conscious rapper though, bro.
I'm not doing this backpack conscious shit.
Conscious rappers only do conscious music, man. That's what I'm saying. So you can't take him because he did a conscious song. He's a conscious rapper. That's what I'm saying.
Let me put this right here.
What's that?
Again, this urban one-on-one lecture to someone that grew up in the environment. Andy, growing up somewhere does not innately inform you on where you growing up. Like you just grew up there. Like it's a lot of Crips that don't know much about Cripping. Like they can tell you how they Crip, but they don't know about the origins. It's a million things they don't know why people wear blue. They don't know why rags go to the left. They don't know when their neighborhood started. They don't know why their neighborhoods beef with these people. They don't know a lot of these things. So just because a lot of us grew up in street urban culture doesn't mean we understand hip hop. This is kind of one of them hardest things to accept. You really have to give as much credence. We all grew up reading books in English, but that don't mean we know the history of the English language. A lot of us grew up in Christianity. That don't mean we know the history of the Bible. That don't mean we know it. Like it cannot be this type of arrogance because somebody that took time to figure these things out and now passing information, you offended because I'm sharing the information with you. It got to be some grace for people that care to know, and then I come share it with you. Like I get it. Yes, we all grew up in said community, but that don't mean we are all abreast of why these things are happening. So again, like if you're telling me about Ohio, I'm going to listen to you, right? Like I'm telling you about hip hop because it's not just something I grew up listening to. I dedicated my existence. I sacrificed a decade plus just to understand it. So here's some information. Shout out to Natasha. Thank you for the $100. Glasses, this is why I love you so much as a white 46-year-old woman, because I don't know much about hip hop or the artists you talk about but you are teaching me and I'm learning to understand. That's the goal, to give you an understanding at a fundamental level.
That's what I'm talking about, though.
Trap, I was thinking that about.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
I have to say that though, Trap.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
But that's the goal, because just because you know it, listen, I know how to make Mexican food like Mexican people. I am not Mexican.
Who told you that? Who told you not to make Mexican food like Mexican people? Did a Mexican tell you that? Did a Mexican tell you that?
Yes, I've whipped up dishes from Mexican people that and this tastes good. But I also learned how to make it from Mexican people that were here illegally for 30, 40 years and don't have American citizenship. But that's not the point. Like, just because you can make Italian food does not make you Italian. Just because you understand the history. I understand a lot of history about Italian food. That don't make me Italian. Like, we got to stop thinking we could get access to culture because we just, oh, yeah, I learned about it, so I am it. No, we are not. She could teach us about the Czech Republic. She could teach us about South Africa. That won't make us South African or Eastern European. Even culturally, we would have to convert our whole existence to living it authentically to understand it.
But then you know what happens? You teach them so much, right? Then a person that's not hip hop will sit there and argue about who is hip hop. Because they sat there and learned the lessons from a person like you, and they learned all this stuff from you now, and they can sit there and all right, I might not be hip hop, but that person is hip hop though. And when you sitting there, you are hip hop. You saying no, they're not hip hop, bro. Well,
my brother called me KRS too. That shit is funny as hell to me.
That is hilarious.
That's funny.
That's funny.
You KRS too.
That is funny.
That's fire. I might make a project.
That is fire.
KRS too. That's hard.
Substitute teacher.
Chris gonna be like, fucking Glasses, man. Shout out to Miss Peachy Peaches. Thank you for the $10. Streets summed up by experience of neighborhood, environment, etc. Being raised by those who experienced it and raised with the know make you urban street culture too. Conscious making you aware. Pop that shit, Miss Peachy Peaches.
Yeah, I like that.
Shout out to Ace. Thank you for the $20, my boy. I don't know. I wish I would have saw the comment, but it ain't come all the way through. Shout out to Breezy. Thank you for the $5, Breeze. What may be considered a crime to us or towards us is rewarded when others commit them. Like I'm telling Coach. That's a crime to call us the N-word. It's not a crime in America. That should be like punishable by death just about.
I agree. Not by smack.
It starts with a smack. For sure, it's a crime.
Not by smack.
It starts with a crime. Your
punishable
first
by unaliving.
That's whatever else after is fine too. But it starts for sure with immediate consequence. Soon as they call you, then you're supposed to be like, huh? Shit, lost your fucking mind. Start there. Whatever else I can do, if I didn't feel like you got the point enough, I need to drill this in your head. Never call nobody else that, especially if a camera is on.
Glasses.
Imagine if a camera is on. Like, imagine it's one thing, right, Coach? You doing your thing and somebody call you out your name. It's another thing when it's a camera on in front of 1 million people.
So that's how you gonna box? Somebody hit you, you're gonna immediately, I gotta get him back now.
No.
Okay, that's what I'm
because
saying.
it's a boxing competition.
It's a fight.
It's not a fight. It's a boxing
fight.
competition that sometimes a fight happens.
That was a good one right there, Coach.
He know it.
That was a good one.
He know what I'm saying is true because we didn't talk about this.
No, that was a good one, Coach.
It's an educated thing until a fight breaks out. A lot of times, what's crazy is we get mad when we see a boxing match. We be waiting for the fight. Where's the fight? Where's the fight?
And you don't even like people like that.
But
because
I'm also
boxing like, oh man, I'm looking at the art of it.
Sure,
like
I'm also not fighting for years and years of tyranny. Of oppression, of mistreatment, of 1,000 things that make it what it is. Like, I wouldn't slap that Cinnabon lady for myself. So I would slap her for every white person in the world to see that you have no business using this word. I would slap her as an example for every black person in the world to how to react when they use the N-word. That's why I would slap her. I would feel like burdened by all of my ancestor that was enslaved to slap her. She deserved. Martin Luther King would smile down on me if I slap her, even though he was nonviolent. Malcolm X would be like, he would welcome me into heaven once I smacked her. That probably would get me into heaven.
You know what both of them would have been doing? They saw you smack them from up there. They'd them shaking their hand like, God damn.
No.
Nigga we ain't taught this nigga nothing.
No.
Taught this nigga
smack
nothing.
Shit out there.
He about to come join us.
That's cool. I've been here long enough. I don't want to be here with y'all anyway. Letting white people call us the N-words and shit. Nothing happened. She got $500,000. Shout out to 55 Visions. Thank you for the $2. Tell Cinnabon lady meet G in front of the peach thing. At least I'll slap her and just go turn myself right in. She should earn that money.
She shouldn't get to spend that money.
That's cool too. I'm not tripping. You don't hear me stopping you. I'm saying it start for sure. She need to get smacked in front of the world. Shout out to, just like she called me N-word in front of the world, she need to get smacked in front of the world. Shout out to Dave G. Thank you for the $10. Speaking of folks getting dealt with for calling people names, Buster was about to tee off on that white boy for calling him Tracy Morgan. And the other one that kept telling them to stay black. He should have slapped the shit out there. That whole content going around trying to embarrass celebrities and being funny. Same thing, coaching them, letting it happen because they don't want to have no consequence. They like, well, you know, you
don't know why you keep
celebrity.
I don't know why you keep
man.
Let me ask you a question, G.
Buster should have slapped the shit out that man.
Do you think that woman call you a nigga and you smack her right on the spot? It work better than she call you a nigga and then she disappeared 2 days later?
No, because the whole world seen her call you a nigga.
You say what?
What you say? I didn't hear what you said. The last part you said.
She called me. She called somebody a nigga and disappeared 2 days later. What's scarier?
You know what? The smack.
Damn moose.
Just
no,
just disappeared.
I'm gonna tell you why that don't help. Because nobody saw that happen.
Nigga, we all watch The Wire. Hey, we know about them vacants on The Wire. When the motherfucker was just disappearing, that shit was scary than the motherfucker.
Yeah, but nobody's seen it except us. That's why we the only one traumatized by it. They should have smacked her in front of. They should have smacked her in front of everybody, and then she could have disappeared.
Where Chris go? Where Chris at?
Smacked her in front of everybody, then she disappeared. Shout out to $5. Shout out to Breezy. Thank you for the $5. Krishan deserves everything coming. I'm from VA and I frequent Los Angeles, and I know what's a diss to certain hoods. I don't move like shit is sweet. That's all. When I go to VA, I don't go play with them people town. When I go to Chicago, I don't go diss other gangs. When I go to New York, I don't be like blah blah hip. I don't do that to people. I go to Inglewood, I don't be talking shit. Shut the fuck up. I don't care if I'm mad at anybody. Shut the fuck up. Focus your energy on who you talking to. It's another thing to disrespect the whole group of people.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous.
She's just out of control, man. And it don't matter you got hands. You're gonna find yourself in the dirt.
Yeah, you can't do that.
She lucky them dudes wasn't tripping because them dudes probably should have been tripping. The homie Melly and them should have been, Callie and them should have been tripping. I'll be telling them that. Like, I remember when Cardi B said that shit. I'm like, man, somebody ought to grab her and slap the shit out and stomp her.
Hey, let's see if Krishan changed her act now because she got smacked.
Nah, I bet you're gonna put it on even more now.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. She got smacked. I bet you. They ain't changing shit for her. She about to be the same Krishan. She got smacked publicly too.
I bet you she not. I bet you it's gonna cost her a little bit more money to go out now.
All she talking about right now is how she faded these bitches. They can't even do nothing. 2 or 3 of them jumped on me. I start fading these bitches and boop, 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 boop.
That's called embarrassment.
Did they jump her after those, son? They ain't got the jump.
They never jumped her.
They said
they'd have jumped her. Think about it. They right there in Santana. If Chris would have jumped her, they'd have been beating the dog shit out of her.
Yeah.
I heard she was dropping bitches.
I think that's cute, but it is not true.
I'm just saying that's the story now. The story is they online talking about how they couldn't. That's sad.
So I bet you would nobody else go call him a crab and go to the counter parade. I bet you she don't go back next year.
I mean, if that's what happened,
I bet you she don't go back next year. I bet you nobody go back next year.
I don't know.
Every time some of these consequence happens, niggas be thinking twice.
She got smacked and then want to go sit on the. They told her to leave. She want to go sit on the bench and chilled and said, I ain't going nowhere after the smack.
I bet you she don't. I bet you she don't go. I bet you she don't go back to the counter parade.
But I bet you she would have called them dudes a crab and disappeared the next day.
I bet you that.
I bet you that shit would have been.
I bet you
that shit would have been in there.
I bet you she ain't calling nobody else no crab.
I bet you niggas wouldn't even been ordering shit at Red Lobster. They couldn't even go.
I bet you she ain't calling nobody else no crab.
And she doing all this because of what? Because she mad at her baby daddy?
Yeah.
Shit's crazy.
Yeah, she got exactly what she got. To be honest, they was doing too much talking in the first place.
Shit is crazy.
Listen, man, this whole belief that everybody can say what they want to say, and that shit bullshit. Consequence, right? Immediately, swift. Shout out to Dave G. Thank you for the $5. If Buster would have put hands on them boys would have got paid. It was a win-win for them. Y'all keep talking about money. Y'all keep talking.
So I remember one time.
I don't even tell y'all, but man, just sell your ass for money, bro.
See,
money is everything. Because money mean entirely too. Because money mean entirely too much. Because money mean entirely too much. So at that point, you do anything for some money. I ain't gonna argue.
And the crazy thing is, it's all type of niggas selling ass for money right
now. Exactly.
Wow.
So, I believe. I know. I'm listening to it right now. Shout out to Miss Hummus. Thank you for the $5. What up, homies? I need a call-in join feature. Play for the call like a SC membership, something. Need an option for live combo chat. I promise you, I'm gonna have it Wednesday.
I'm gonna set it up.
Promise you, you better have it.
I'm gonna set it up. I'm gonna see what we can do.
Yeah,
I'm gonna see what we can do. I'm gonna see how we can do it.
I got it because it's right here. I'm gonna just hook it up.
All right. We had it before though. He had it before set up before.
Yeah. Shout out to
That the one with Sherry.
Shout out to exactly. Shout out to Miss PG Peaches. Thank you for the $5. Coach is concerned with the money. We talking pain. The one the next person will avoid. Lesson for the next. Consequences. Yes, MLK said he led us astray. Telling him, think I'm crazy. Don't listen to old Glasses.
MLK led us astray.
He says he said that.
Okay.
He said, I felt like I led my people. He felt like that.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, he started talking about boycotting shit and tripping and all kinds of shit.
Boycotting shit.
Boy, you can't boycott Cinnabon. Nobody give a fuck about no Cinnabon. You can't boycott white people.
And I'm not even on no boycott shit. I don't give
a fuck. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all.
Shout out to Mrs. Hummus. Thank you for the $5. G Malone, coach is explaining where we're at now, how to move forward. You're not listening and missing his point. I'm definitely not listening because his point hasn't worked all of these years. His point is what everybody been doing this whole time. Nobody wants to hold these people accountable. So they go around doing everything.
G think he holding white people accountable in America.
I'm saying you start with that.
Okay. All right. By smacking them.
That's a first. I mean, you'll put some heart because you ain't did nothing to them for all these years. They hung all our people, raped all our people, beat all our people up, all the shit, and nothing happened to them.
All I'm saying,
nothing. I would hope you at least scratch the motherfucker at this point.
I promise you, if you think about it, you come up with a better way.
It starts with a slap.
I don't know why motherfuckers, for some strange reason, people say when I say thinking about it and you come up with a better way, they think I'm going to, maybe we can go in there and write apology note.
Martin Luther King thought of a better way.
I promise you, I bet you somebody disappeared.
He came up with this whole non-violent thing. Look, I'm gonna just let people see them kicking our ass. I'm gonna let people see them kicking our ass, and then they're gonna give us the right. They're gonna treat us right. No, they're not.
I bet you she called you a nigga and you said, all right. And she disappeared.
Man, I would have slapped the shit out that lady. I would have slapped the shit out that lady, stood right there. If she'd have said anything, I'd have slapped her again, and I'd have waited for the police to come and they'd arrest me and took me to jail.
Hey, guess what would happen if she'd called you a nigga and you just said, okay, and she disappeared 2 days later? She wouldn't have no GoFundMe.
I don't care what she got.
She wouldn't have no bread.
Listen, I don't care about none of that. I don't care about none of that. This ain't a personal thing.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm saying the world needs to see it. So if you're not gonna kidnap her in front of the world and go be accountable in front of the world, you're not helping the problem.
Niggas will know.
No, they wouldn't.
They
won't. No,
they won't. No, they ain't gonna know. Looking for that crackhead at some point.
Standard Love, thank you for the $1.50 for sure. Shout out to Mika Red, thank you for the $20. Tides. Thanks for the words of wisdom, G. Please, man, don't listen to Coach. Get to smacking.
You get to disappear.
Shout out to Miss Hummus, thank you for the $10. I want to debate and have a convo with you because you dominate the convos and need some pushback. You wouldn't get away with that commentary with me. 45 and grew up in them streets. Some of your viewpoints are skewed. Ms. Hummus, I will call you today and we can have that conversation. None of my viewpoints are skewed. I have perfected these thoughts and I keep consulting my elders on the idea. But I got you. But I do think you soft. If you think any other way, besides what I'm saying is talking about doing it, you soft.
You know what?
Got to be willing to go to jail.
Agree with that. I'm gonna think if you going with Glasses, you soft to me.
I don't know.
That's a soft way to go.
Sure.
No, I'm dead serious. That's a soft way to go. Sure. I'm mad. I'm smacking. I already told y'all. I'm smacking. I'm mad.
You making it about mad
immediately. That's because that's all it is. You just mad. You just mad. You just.
So when you whoop your kids, you mad?
Yes. Like what makes you think that niggas don't be mad when they whip their kids?
Every fight I ever got in, I don't be mad.
You've been mad in some of the fights you got into, for sure.
Not one.
This nigga's just capping.
I'm not telling you. I'm not lying. I'm telling you the truth.
You just capping. You just capping at this point. You was mad. He was mad.
Shout out to 504 Roller. Thank you for the $5. One smack a day. Keep the away.
One smack a day, get a motherfucker $2 million, and you in jail.
You ain't saw one motherfucker ever get $2 million for getting smacked in life.
Yeah, I ain't never seen a motherfucker get 300,000 for calling somebody a nigga either.
Yes,
But
you
we
have.
living in
Yes,
some
what you
strange
mean?
times.
Yes, you have.
We seen some strange times.
John Wayman calling niggas and never got made all this money. Every motherfucking body you seen called niggas got paid.
I'm talking about the way she just did it.
Same way.
The way she just did
Same.
it.
They celebrate white people that don't even like niggas.
The way she just did it.
It's no different historically. They've been
way
celebrating white people
The way
that don't
she
like
did
niggas. The president damn near don't like niggas right now. He don't like niggas.
I promise we will not bring this up next episode.
So let me ask you a question. You think if a black man smacked
Coach, I don't want to hear
Trump
no
right
more
now,
of these
that
actions.
That Trump will change his views?
I'm telling you, it's not about if you slap Trump will change his views.
Trump approval rating probably go up if somebody a black nigga smacking right now.
Coach, stop with this shit.
just saying,
Stop keep thinking that you're gonna beat the system.
Encourage white people to
You ain't never saw them being encouraged in your life for consequence.
I bet you.
How you gonna make it up?
I bet you if a motherfucker
Imagine the slavers saying, if you hang them, you gonna make them just think they gonna really get tough. No, they not.
I bet you somebody. All I'm saying is,
if you put them in jail, this gonna make them do the crime more. Every sense of accountability you thinking it's gonna make them want to do something more.
I'm telling you right now, one day we're gonna have a social experiment.
Like trading places.
Yeah, trading
$1.
Places. We're gonna see if smacking or disappearing work better.
First off, you're not going to discourage nobody unless you make them disappear publicly. If you don't do something, if you don't, no, they don't.
Yes, they do.
And they're not gonna know why they disappeared.
Yes, they do.
No, they not.
Be like, she was calling a nigger.
Smack her in front of the world.
Now she gone.
Smack her in front of the world and make her disappear as well. You gotta let everybody else know.
Her in front of the world and make her disappear.
Why? Because you're scared to go to jail.
Instant gratification, and now it's over.
No, you keep trying to listen, Coach.
I'm just saying.
The reason you do what you do in front of the public is to discourage everybody else. You have to discourage other people that don't have the courage to do it.
That G, you guess what? Guess what scared me more? Y'all remember Bloody Mary? It scared me more when I heard of the rumors, the tales of Bloody Mary. When I didn't need Bloody Mary to come see. I didn't need to see Bloody Mary stab somebody up. Them rumors of her doing it. Oh man, somebody disappeared out the bathroom.
Coach,
I never said her name 3 times in my life.
Coach, one thing you got to do. One thing you got to do is be willing to go to jail.
Okay, G, it's a difference between willing to go to jail and sacrificing yourself to go to jail just for
and
the fuck of it.
All the people you name sacrificed themselves.
For the fuck of
Every
it.
true person that ever made change was willing to sacrifice themselves.
If you're going to sacrifice yourself to go to jail, you got to get something out of this.
I don't know.
I'm not just tallying myself up anybody up to go to jail for a smack.
Shout out to Tanda Love. Thank you for the $2. G Kendrick is lucky to have you as a friend. I tell that nigga all the time. Tell that nigga all the time, my boy. That nigga all right. And he is a good dude. Shout out to Breezy. Thank you for the $5. I'm so quiet in LA. I ain't even fan out when I saw you at the food spot off Gardena. Out of towners should take heed. Crib gang. That's a good point. Shout out to Nowhere Newsome. Thank you for the €2. Big up, bro. Any thoughts on international hip hop? Send some. That's dope so we can talk about it.
All right, send it. I'm about to start doing a music review too. Send it in.
Shout out to Ms. Hummus. Thank you for the $5. G, I will send you my number via IG. We can have an offline conversation. You need a different POV for real, for real. I'm up to listen. I hope it work out. I'm down. Shout out to Mika Red. Thank you for the $10. If Cinnabon Lady got slapped, she may get $2 million, but every dollar spent, she will remember the pain, why she felt it. Tell them again, Mika.
Hey,
no Silence Live to lunch hour every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here, noon Pacific Standard Time. Thank y'all for stopping by, eating your lunch with us while you at work. I hope you have a productive rest of your day. Shout out to all my good people on Eastern Standard Time, 3 p.m., and everybody in the middle. I hope you enjoyed your lunch with us. I hope you got some interesting knowledge. I hope we have some perspective. We back here Wednesday. We do this stream to support the No Ceilings podcast. The podcast is dropping tomorrow. It's going to be a great pod. Coach, when's your next game?
Today.
What time?
6.
At home?
Yeah.
Today I'm going to catch it, goddamn it.
6:30.
I said, yo, you got the links in the
That's illegal. I don't think you're supposed to.
No.
Just sending.
All right, some.
We do this stream to support the podcast. No Ceilings podcast. You can listen to it on Apple Podcasts, iHeart Podcasts, anywhere you get your podcast from. The No Ceilings Podcast, executive produced by Charlamagne the God, the Black Effect Podcast Network, and iHeart. This stream is sponsored by mealsbymanny.com. If you need to gain weight, lose weight, or you just tired and lazy and don't feel like cooking, mealsbymanny.com. MANNIE.com. Also, if you can't season your own food, head over to that Hood Fire Seasoning by mealsbymanny.com. That way you can use one container and get all the seasonings you need. Much love to y'all. We will see y'all Wednesday.
Peace.
Easy.